Hi Kenra, I'm Lo Wheeler, your color brand ambassador, and today we're gonna do a really exciting balayage regrowth technique. I have Sydney here. She has this amazing natural base that has pretty solid color that lives throughout. So my plan for this appointment is to do some really pretty connective pieces that bring the blonde all the way up into her root without diffusing the natural color for her lifestyle. So she's very active, she's traveling a lot, and I would like to move away from that high maintenance foil look. So that's why we're choosing balayage, and I am going to walk you through some little tips and tricks that will help you to achieve the same look for your really blonde clients, that will also help avoid overlap, blotches, bleeding, and residual damage to the hair. So this is gonna be a great one. Let's get started. Here we can see a line of demarcation. It's not the worst line of demarcation, so it should be pretty easy to bridge the pale blonde color to her level 7-8 base. My main objective is not to overlap, just because, again, I don't want to add stress. So looking at her hairline, we'll separate that section and we'll address her hairline last. The reason why I'm approaching this section last is because I'm certain that it will have a really high level of lift, and to avoid over-processing and creating breakage, we'll be applying the lightener there last. Here in the back, we're going to do some custom placement because we can see from prior appointments and breakage, or even medical history, she has a little bit of inconsistencies in her hairline in the back. So we're just gonna work with that and try to incorporate those shorter pieces into the overall look. We're gonna take a look at the back in 3 big sections. This is gonna keep our work simple and to the point, and it will be able to achieve a blend without overworking her hair. The first section we're gonna take is at the nape, and we're going to bridge her mid-shafts to her roots and layer in a very subtle 2-point balayage, connecting it lightly through the mids. Moving into the middle section, we're going to create a nice heavy blend on each corner of the subsection. Moving through the crown, our placement is going to get a little bit heavier, but the end result finish is going to be a soft, diffused baby light effect. We're choosing to start in the back because that's where her hair is the strongest and most resilient. And as that lifts, I'm not worried about it over processing or creating potential breakage. Now we're moving towards the front area of the hair. I'm making sure that I'm leaving enough negative space in the interior of each section to give a natural effect and cohesiveness to her natural root. Now I'm going to address the top section in 3 subsections. I'm going to make my balayage application a little bit more delicate. This is going to give us a little more of a detailed ribbon as we move along to the top of the crown. When you're working in small sections, like the regrowth area, you want to make sure that you are able to apply moving your brush from the wrist, not the elbow. Now we're ready for the face frame, which is the most delicate area of Sydney's hair. This area will process very quickly, so just again to reiterate, this is why we saved it for last. I'm over directing the top section so I get a little pop of color underneath the hairline. We're back with Sydney's final results, and how obsessed are we? This came out so beautiful. Her hair feels so healthy. I love thinking outside of the box with balayage, and I really want to encourage you to do the same. You know, we see a lot of different techniques out there that carry that, you know, strand and ribbon all the way through, but you don't have to do that with your current color guests to switch them into a balayage technique. Here's our results. It looks just so melty, looks bright and poppy. Even though we didn't start in the front, look at how beautifully the lightener performed, and her hair looks just so, almost pearly. So let's go through what we toned her with. We did an all over 9PV, which if you've seen more tutorials on Kenra Professional's YouTube of my work, you know how much I love 9PV. It's a pearl violet finish, and it basically works on 9 out of 10 bases and just brings it to a really nice neutral blend. But with Sydney being so blonde and having so much natural warmth present in her washed out hair, it just kind of brought it back to this beautiful beige pale tone. And then for the root, we just softly did the littlest transition to bring her natural base in together with the balayage. And for that, we used 7 in A, another core favorite of mine for just softening and bringing the tones together. If you love this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Kenra Professional's YouTube channel right here, and follow me on Instagram at @low_Wheeler Davis.